Alright, let's get the elephant out of the room. Whoa, 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 name taken. Didn't you say that Naoto's your favorite character in Persona 4? She's even the mascot of your channel. Why is she in B tier? Yes, I put Naoto in the B tier. She is my favorite character in all the Persona 4 games, and I really do enjoy her. But the thing is that I think Naoto is more than her social link, and her social link itself is not the best. This is a social link tier list, so that's what I'm basically rating this off of. Otherwise, she'd be up in S. In fact, my tier list would probably look something like this. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to restate it. This is a social link tier list. And remember, tier lists are mostly opinionated, except for mine, they're facts. But just remember, it's just my opinion. So, yeah. Let's start off with the C tier. We're going to go ahead and put, let's see, Ayane. Ayane goes into C tier. Ayane is an adorable character. She is a trombone player in the symphonic band, as well as, I believe, the Sun Arcana. She is so adorable. However, her social link is very simplistic, so that's why I'm putting her in C tier. Nothing wrong with simplistic social link, but that's just how it is. Let's go with our first one in S. We're going to put Hisano up in S tier. Hisano! Her whole social link is super depressing. You're going to be hearing that a lot from all of the characters in this game. Essentially, her whole social link is that she's mourning over her husband's death, who died to Alzheimer's, I believe. And it's a really, really sad, macabre, but beautiful interpretation of this kind of situation. And it ends with her wanting to live her life for her husband's memory and living the rest of it. And it's a super beautiful ending. So S tier from me. Again, with the S tiers, we're going to go ahead and put Nanako up in here, as well as Dojima, because both of these social links are closely tied together. Nanako is justice, and I believe Dojima is the Hierophant, and both of their social links are about repairing their broken family. Their family is in a broken state, even though they both love each other so much. We know that Dojima loves his daughter, however, he's more obsessed at the start with figuring out who was his wife's murderer, trying to catch the culprit who killed his wife in a hit and run. And even though he doesn't find out in the end of the social link, he comes to term with her loss and realizes that he must focus on what's here and now, which is Nanako. Nanako's whole thing is that she doesn't believe her father loves her anymore, and basically the social link is basically just her figuring out that he still cares, and you basically help both of them with their situations, and you act as like the band-aid to the wound that the death of the mother caused. A tier, we're gonna go ahead and put Kanji in A tier. I love Kanji. He's a BFG. He's a big friendly giant. He starts off being very in your face and aggressive, but the way that he grows as a character shows more of his feminine side. He shows that he has interests in other things, and we already know this when we first get him, due to like talking to his mother, as well as just like his general dungeon, that he has a feminine side to him. But that's fine, and the way they portrayed it is very nice. And I like how, even though he's very thuggy on the outside, he just really wants to sew and cook and all that stuff. And this isn't from Persona 4 specifically, but in Persona Q, there's a wonderful line where he says that I am more woman and more man than all of you, and I think that's a beautiful and really funny line to describe Kanji. You know what? I'm going to put Rise in B tier. I do like Rise's social link quite a lot, actually. I think the whole thing of coming to terms with trying to figure out who the real you is and realizing that there is no real you and there's just bits and pieces that make up who you are is a super relatable topic that I think a lot of people can get behind. In fact, I think it's quite relatable. And that's why I would put it into B tier. I'm going to put Marie. This one's probably going to be the most controversial thing I'm going to have on this list. I'm going to put Marie in A tier. I know a lot of people don't like Marie for some reason. I can't figure it out, but I think Marie is a great character. I like the way that how her social link incorporates all of the main cast, specifically for story reasons, but I do enjoy that process of her basically meeting everyone, becoming friends with everyone, and while largely she's not important to the plot until near the end, she does have a good charm to her. And I do like the way it ends with her becoming a weather woman at the end of the game, which is very, very nice. Ko and Daisuke, I don't really know. I'm going to put them in B tier. I like these characters a lot. I think they're very interesting. These two are closely tied together. Depending on which club you go to, soccer or basketball, you are going to have one of them as your strength arcana. But it really should just be both of these people for the strength arcana, because no matter who you pick, the story is exactly the same. It's just from a slightly different perspective, where you're following Ko, who is an adopted child, as he tries to figure out if his adopted parents love him, and trying to figure out his purpose in his life, along with Ai. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I like the way Ai's social link starts. I do like the beginning and the ending. I don't like the middle. The middle part is a bit eh. The beginning, she's a very brash, very upfront person who's just like in your face all the time. I think that's a really fun. You always want to have one mean character, and it ends with her becoming very nice, or well, not very nice, but coming to terms with accepting other people's views and all that other stuff. And you learn more about her character and how she had image problems before, and that's why she learned how to use makeup and buys all these clothing. But yeah, I think her whole arc is very nice. I just don't like the middle part where it starts to kind of drag, where you're pretending to be in a relationship together, and it's just very weird. Teddy, I'm going to put Teddy in C tier. Teddy's social link auto progresses, which in my opinion is kind of meh. I don't like social links that auto progress. I don't really pay attention to them because they aren't really social links. They're just story evented things. Like whenever you have your C's the group, the Nyx Annihilation Squad as well in Persona 3. It just progresses with the story. That isn't a social link. It's just story, and it doesn't have anything to do with like the things on the side, which is what a social link is usually for, to improve things on the side. But it doesn't. It just is part of the story, and Teddy's growth is integral to the story. So yeah. Yosuke, I'm gonna put Yosuke in A tier. I love Yosuke. I think his whole arc of basically he was jealous of you, and he hates himself for being jealous of you. He doesn't care about Saki, or he doesn't care if Saki Senpai liked him or not, or anything like that. He just wanted to be a hero and all that stuff. I think that's super interesting. How I didn't really expect that from Yosuke, and it was a bit of a surprise to me. So yeah, I'm gonna put Yosuke up in A tier. We also put up Chie here with her whole thing that she wants to become more dependable. I really love the whole story behind Chie. I enjoyed it a lot more. And I do like how she basically goes from, oh man, I'm nothing special compared to Yukiko, and then basically goes, I want people to depend on me more, and I like it when people depend on me. And also I believe that she becomes a police officer at the end, which is also super neat. Alright, Yukiko. Okay, we're gonna go with Yukiko next. Yukiko goes into A tier. What I like about Yukiko's whole arc is that she feels that she was born and forced into the role of the innkeeper of her family's inn, the Amagi Inn, and she doesn't want to do that at first. She feels that she doesn't have control over her life. So she makes the decision that she's going to get a job license and then start working and move out right away. And you basically guide her along this kind of path, and she realizes the further that she goes into it that she doesn't want to be anywhere but home, and she loves the people that she works with, she loves her family, and she just decides that it's better for her to stay at the inn, but this time not because she feels forced into it, but because she wants to. And I think that's a super wonderful way to have that. So to me, that is a tier worthy social link. But you know who isn't worthy of an A tier social link in my opinion, and that's Margaret. This is another thing that I don't like about some Persona social links, specifically the Velvet Room attendants, Theodore, Elizabeth, Caroline, and Justine. These ones require you to fill Persona requests, which really overshadow most of the growth that they have, which is really annoying. Well, Persona 3 had a lot of growth with Elizabeth, even past all that stuff, with taking her out on dates and all that other stuff. And I did enjoy Elizabeth's more than I enjoyed Margaret's. But Margaret's, she's just really boring of a character. She's a very calm and cool character. She just doesn't have a lot of things past that, which I think is very boring. If you're only going to have one personality trait, usually it's better to have more energy than it is to not have any energy at all, and that's what Margaret is. Adachi is, man, it's either A or B for this one. This one I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put him in B tier. His whole social link is very boring, and it's supposed to be very boring and unassuming on purpose, just so when the twist happens, it's like boom, like in your face. And I do like that. I do think that's a well-designed thing, and I do enjoy the small interaction that you can have after the social links is done. And you're basically when you go into the TV world and he's waiting for you and you go alone, and I think that's a really, really cool scene. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put him in B. So this is my Persona 4 Golden Social Link tier list. Do you disagree? You probably do. Let me know in the comment how much I suck. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.